Gone Fishing is the 13th episode of the second season of the Tracey Ullman show, Simpsons Shorts, and this one's okay. I have a couple of observations mostly about the character of Bart. The narrative works well enough for a little self-contained story, so there will be some spoilers as I discuss this and share some thoughts. I won't go into detail about everything that happens, but considering the whole thing is only a few minutes, it's safe to say that I will be spoiling some things. This one just includes Bart and Homer, and they have gone fishing, and I like the way it's animated. We see mostly the boat side on, but occasionally we'll be looking at the characters straight on as if they're looking at the camera. There's one moment where Homer looks particularly angry, and that was very effective to have us kind of getting closer and closer to his face. I thought that was very effective, and Homer asks Bart for a bologna sandwich, and Bart opens the lunch pack and he realizes that he can't quite give Homer a bologna sandwich, so he gives him something else. I won't completely spoil it, but there is definitely some potential comedy in there, and then things get a little dangerous and risky, and I won't say any more than that, but I feel like there are several different things going on here. There's a lot to the narrative. We have action, we have comedy. It's definitely, as I said, a nice little self-contained story that flows really well. We get a lot of action, a lot's packed into really quite a short space of time, and I think it's pretty impressive. So I definitely recommend it if you're a fan of The Simpsons, of course. But a couple of observations. This is not a fault with the episode, but it's obviously, watching these, having watched the classic Simpsons series, it's understandable to make comparisons between these earlier shorts and then the characters that we then go on to love and connect with over 30 seasons. And in this one, there are a couple of differences about Bart. He looks much older here, and that's not just older than the full series Bart, but older than the previous versions of Bart in the Tracey Ullman show shorts. I feel like his head looks longer. He looks like he'd be taller if he stood up. He just looks a little bit older than he previously does. He definitely looks older than 10. I don't know if anybody else has thought that, but that's something that I noticed. And the other thing is that he calls Homer Sir on at least 2 occasions, and I don't think he's doing it ironically. He's not like, here's your sandwich, sir. He's actually genuinely calling his father sir as a term of respect, which is, I don't know if he's done that before in the Tracey Ullman shorts. If he has, I don't remember it, but he may well have done. But I definitely think the Bart that we go on to know and love over 30-odd seasons would never call Homer sir unless he was being ironic. So that was something that I thought was quite interesting as well. But it's a fascinating short. It's an interesting narrative. The relationship between the characters is really fun to study, and I really enjoyed it. If you're a fan of The Simpsons and you haven't seen Gone Fishing, I definitely recommend checking it out.